Couple scattered showers out there this afternoon, and then we start to get a break later tonight and into the first part of tomorrow.
Okay.
And then we've got a little bit of rain for the weekend, but not the entire weekend. I'm already planning for the weekend. It's a Wednesday.
We're always looking forward to the weekend.
I guess we started on Monday. Hey, Lake Stevens time lapse. Yeah, lots of clouds off in the distance. And look at this shot, Paulsbo, looking off to the Olympic Mountains. You've got some clearing off in the distance. South of here, though, is where the energy is. Temperatures at this hour mostly into the 60s. These are mid 60s at that. It's been rather chilly, as you know, as the system's cycling through, working its way off to the east. You can make out that counterclockwise rotation right there in this little 3-hour loop. So the center of the storm now moving over the Cascades continues to move to the east, and we do have some thunderstorms over eastern Washington. One lightning strike I saw earlier, this is now just some heavy showers. They just kind of bubble up, release a whole bunch of energy, and then they fizzle out and head on out of here. So this evening, we're going to start to see this all fade out, especially once we lose that daytime heating. This energy just south of the Chehalis continues to move to the south as well. Raymond, you've got some clearing right now. Big story, as this makes an exit, we've got some energy behind, but most of that continues to move over to Oregon, and then a very weak area of high pressure sets up before the next round of rain starts to move in. So, Futurecast, 7 o'clock this evening. There goes the energy we were talking about right over the Cascades. As we go through tomorrow morning, we're going to wake up to mostly some cloudy conditions, some patches of low fog, and then we'll get some sunshine going right about 12, right in time for the lunch hour. Watch what happens as the leading edge of this little system to the north passes up overhead. Perhaps a couple of light showers close to Hood Canal. This will be about 6 o'clock tomorrow. Everywhere else, cloudy conditions. Closer to 9, 10, and 11 tomorrow evening. Perhaps a little bit of mist and drizzle, maybe a light sprinkle or two as this piece of energy moves through. And then as we go into Friday, lots of cloud cover. Perhaps a light shower or two, nothing real measurable into Friday. And this will be out of here by the time we get into Saturday. So Saturday looks a little brighter than Sunday. Sunday, yeah, we've got rain to showers to talk about. I know a lot of you have been, seeing a whole lot of rain come through the past several days. We do start to get a little bit of a break tomorrow. Overnight lows mostly into the 50s. Highs tomorrow, we're back into the mid 60s. We'll call tomorrow partly to mostly sunny, so you can have a mix of sun and clouds. The clouds will thicken up by the evening hours. Temperatures again hovering closer to the upper 60s. Along the coast, mostly mid 60s for you. 7-day forecast. We will manage some 70s as we get into next week. Once we go through the weekend, though, Saturday looks brighter again. Sunday, we've got rain to showers just in time for the Seahawks game. And look at that, fall equinox is going to feel like it's 66. Back to you.
All right. Thank you, Craig.